Howdy folks. So not today, for a while I've been trying to break down what would be the numbers for the Doom guy. And effectively, how much the things that he does in the video game turns out are fictional and a little insane, but I was just having fun with it. So we can see on the left we've got height, and that's off the initial Doom series, and then the more recent one is off of estimations from the 2016 and 2020 Doom video games. So that's really what I'm working forward from once I get to that. Now, what's awesome is if you're looking at the speed he can maintain while he's running for long periods of time, it actually gives you a VO2 estimation in the original games of about 394.5. To my knowledge, you can get some antelope with a VO2 of over 300. You can get some horses around 150. And your best recorded human ever was only in the 90s. So fun. And then the stroke volume and trying to figure out how much cardiac output it would be for a normal human physiology as far as heart rate maximums is a little bit absurd. By the way, this is Tinks. She's a great kitty, but she's going back to the ground because she wanted to go say hi. It's okay. Now, we try to figure out what would be the resting heart rate and then trying to figure out what would be the maximal heart rate, and that's how you can see the cardiac output. Now, when it comes to the peak power relative to the body weight, I found some other guys that did some really good mathematical breakdowns looking at what would be how high can they jump and how fast do they run in the Doom video games, and that gives you some estimation of power output, which is Fruit Loops. I then had a little bit of fun, and just off of the video where you're initially seeing the blood punch of the insane amount of newtons of force that would be produced from doing one blood punch, and to give you an idea, as far as just someone jumping off the ground, that amount of typically in my lab from what we've seen is you don't even see a maximal force when someone's taking off from a dead stand, and there's that cat again, of usually just a bit over maybe 2,000 or 3,000 newtons. We got like a really, really strong athlete. And then when it comes to max strength relative to cross-sectional area, because we figured, we've got the gun shop, which is pretty big, use an estimation, which was a modification of a Hausch equation, which was for estimation of actually leg size, but seeing as how big his arms are, I thought that's relatively fair. And then what's actually interesting is the amount of force that came out when it comes to kilograms of force per cross-sectional area. It actually runs to be relatively still absurd, because the highest that was observed in a couple of this older research from the 1960s was up to about 8 kilograms of lifting strength per square centimeter, and that's without doing the changes in leverage, so like length of the forearm, which I wasn't bothering to factor in because, once again, this is for fun and I'm a little bored. Then we come up with some insane caloric demands, which if he's running that fast, carrying all of that equipment, and constantly moving, he's going to be burning through calories like none other, and he's going to have to be taking in a lot to maintain that body size. Now, by no means do I think everything I put out here is correct, and if you have some ideas on how to improve this, please feel free. This is more or less a walkthrough for my students. It's kind of a fun way of figuring out demands, and, oh, hi there, Tinks. Hey there, kitty cat. So, the cat's again coming to say hello, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. If you guys have any questions or, once again, ways that I can make this math a little bit better, please let us know, and have a great day. All right, bye-bye.